Hey, here's just a quick, short little deck video. I made a Telefon FTK in neutral and rare, and I'm pretty proud of it. I have a replay as well. I entered the weekly NR tournament hosted by the Boss Stage Discord, and I went 2 and 3 with one of them being a bye. But the important thing is I pulled off the FTK once, and then another time on turn 3, I did the combo, but they had the interruption necessary to interrupt it like right at the end after I'd gotten a 16k attacking monster. So anyways, the important parts of the list are the 3 Naganaki, which contribute itself to summon Telefon from deck, and then the 3 are Kami, which can banish itself from grave if Naganaki is on the board to add a Telefon to grave. This is kind of your bread and butter combo. It's the easiest way to get going, and it's the most frequent way that you get going. Lost World is a combo with a Mannequin Cat because the thing that really allows us to do the FTK to get all the monsters that we need to be able to do it is Rescue Ferret. So the basic strategy is activate Lost World, which is unsearchable, we just have to draw it. Summon Mannequin Cat, and then summon a Dino to summon an Earth token to the other side, which activates Mannequin Cat, allowing us to search out Rescue Ferret. And then off of Rescue Ferrets, we're going to have 3 Link Arrows, which we are going to use Rescue Ferret's effect to summon Turbo Rocket, Jester Confi, and Little Swordsman of Ale. Turbo Rocket is one of the necessary materials for Turbo Cannon, which is kind of like Cannon Soldier. Kinda. Not really. Jester Confi is just a level 1, and Little Swordsman of Ale is an infinite attack gainer in this deck to use with our fake Cannon Soldier. And then everything else that's not those things in this deck are consistency. Awakening the Possessed is an extender. It can summon itself from deck by tributing a Telefon and a Spellcaster, which is nice to get an extra body on the board, because it actually also reborns another monster, which we'll use to reborn a level 2. And then in the extra deck we have Panzer Dragon to use with Cross Sheep to summon back Little Swordsman. Also Blackwing is just a 2. Turbo Cannon, it's our win con. Samsara summons itself back, necessary for synchros later in the game while saving up extra deck space. Splendid Rose is just a plant 6 to combo with Perialis, which Perialis can reborn Splendid Rose. Money Mud Dragon to get out Panzer Dragon. Frame Lord Zeta, it's just a 7, it could be literally anything. Proxy Dragon to set up proper arrows, this is a Spellcaster, this is a Dinosaur. Puzzlemino is actually really important to be able to get out Mannequin Cat. It's hard to get out 2 level 2s in this deck, surprisingly enough. So we use Puzzlemino to set Zeta to level 2 so that we can bring out Mannequin Cat. Cross Sheep, very important, brings out Ale because when it's initially summoned, it has its effects negated, so we need to bring it back out, and Cross Sheep does that. And then Geonator Transverser to swap the token and the Ale to finish up the combo. So I do have 1 replay available. So I did the combo twice. I will show the one where I actually FTK'd with it in the tournament. In the other one, it was turn 3 that had interruption. It was really funny. I really enjoyed that game a little bit more than this one. But here's me pulling off the FTK. For the record, this is also versus a deck using only neutral and rare cards, so I do not have to worry about any hand traps whatsoever. Needless to say, this deck dies to a single interruption of any kind. If they can interact with one of our cards, we die. But fortunately, I had the Magical Mallet by full hands because it was all useless cards. There's relatively few hands that Telefon actually works in, but I got Arakami plus Naganaki, which is the FTK in addition to Lost World. So the first step is summoning out the Shamisen Samsara and then immediately linking it off into Alistair. Technically, you could have just immediately gone into Alistair, but having Shamisen for later is really important. And then we're going to summon Nefariouser from deck to reborn a 2, which is Naganaki in this case. Synchro it off for the Splendid Rose, and then synchro that off for the Perialis. Reborn it so that we can get the extra material. Puzzlemino is going to be able to reset the 7, which is Zeta, that we summon underneath it, and now we have 2 level 2s for Mannequin Cat. From here, it's just easily summoning Reproductus. You really need to summon it to the middle zone right here, so it's a zone that Transverser can point to. And then that allows us to bring out Rescue Ferret. Zones here are really hard. They're very specific to make. They cannot be anything else here. We have the 3 zones available, and we summon the 3 monsters. Turbo Cannon is out. We're just gonna let that sit for a hot minute. If you need to fix your zones, you can Ale out the Proxy Dragon. We synchro off Shamisen and Ale for Muddy Mud Dragon, and then we use Muddy Mud Dragon's effect to bring out Panzer Dragon, which activates Cross Street, bringing back an unnegated Ale. And then from here on out, we just summon Geonator so that we're all set up. If they want to forfeit here, they're free to, but we're just going to activate Little Swordsman of Ale. I think I did the math and it was 23 times, so the rest of this replay is sitting here as I slowly bring up Little Swordsman to 16k attack, because unfortunately Turbo Cannon deals half damage. And that's the FTK. It's not the only one in NR, but it's an FTK that I haven't seen someone else pull off before. I spent a long time on it. I'm really proud of it. I think it's really funny. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.